Maybe you've spent years trying to fix yourself. You always wonder why you're so sensitive, why you overthink so much, why you feel other people's feelings so deeply, and why you don't fit in. But what if I tell you all the parts that you think are your flaws, the parts where you try to shrink or hide or numb yourself, they can actually be your greatest strength, or even better, your superpower. In this video, I'm gonna show you how the flaws you think you have are not definite. They're relative only to how you perceive yourself. And in this video, I'm gonna shift how you think about yourself. This video is gonna boost your confidence and it's gonna change your life. Hello everyone, this is Hallie. I'm a manifestation and a transformation coach. What I offer is not the surface level coaching. I specialize in deep inner work and transformation. So if you're ready to embrace a more fulfilling life, if you want to align yourself with your authentic truths naturally and effortlessly, then please book that first call with me. It's free, it's non-committal, and let's kickstart the manifestation. I'm gonna show you how to transform your flaws into your superpower. But before that, let me share you my own experiences. I was a very sensitive old soul growing up, even as a kid. I was able to pick up the energy of the environment so fast. And when I'm talking to people, I pick up all these subtle messages and informations. How they perceive me, how they think about and feel about me. It's loud and clear for me. I've also noticed that I have always been way wiser than the people at my same age, which makes me feel very misunderstood. I never felt really fitting in my school or never had any deep fulfilling relationships with people at my age. So I was always very lonely, isolated, and alienated growing up. But I also had this deep desire to feel accepted, to be seen, and to just really fit in a group. I was really desiring it. And that desire got the highest when I was in high school. And just imagine if you put a hypersensitive but super wise little girl into an environment where there's a bunch of 15, 16-year-olds trying to figure themselves out. And they're having the dramas for the first time, right? We're having our first boyfriends, girlfriends. We know how to do makeup for the first time. We know how to dress up. And that environment triggered me so much. And I remember thinking I do not want to be alienated in this environment. I want to be fitting, even though that means I have to be a different person. So what I ended up doing was trying my best to attract all the attentions. I was also getting the dramas, connecting with so many people, and some of them are really insecure and toxic at the time. And I feel like I was putting on a show every day for a few years, and that really drained me so much. My body felt exhausted. My mind was confused about who I really am, and my spirit was so tired. I remember always going back home feeling so tired, and I ended up taking long hours of naps because I was basically acting all the time in high school, right? Because I just have this fear of missing out, of not belonging, and I was willing to bend myself to match up with my environment, even though that was sacrificing my precious energy. And after years of struggling with self-image, self-criticism, I started to finally come to the realization that this is not fulfilling for me, and this is not who I am. And later down the road, after I am aligned with my authentic self, after I embrace who I am naturally and effortlessly, I started to see why everything was supposed to be happening that way. I was connecting all the dots together and had this realization that my mission and my fulfillment in life is just very different from the people that I meet in my life. I was unique because I had this unique mission to help people, to be a life coach, to help people transform and manifest, and basically help them to become their best versions. And my hypersensitivity and me being an old soul, feeling awkward, not fitting into any community, I see that now so clearly how those flaws are actually in exact alignment with my deepest fulfillments. My sensitivity is a precious gift for me to connect with people so deeply and so vulnerably. I just feel other people's emotions so easily. That helps me understand their feelings better, and that helps me listen to what was hidden beyond the words, beyond the conversation. And me being an old soul, I have a lot to offer. When I listen to other people's problems, I know what to bring to the table. I know what they need. And my wisdom also helped me to open this channel to share my wisdom and inspire so many more people. Yes, I was a very different kid, but I believe that was because I was very gifted. So now, do yourself a favor and ask, what are your biggest flaws? And then ask yourself deeper how these flaws can actually be your greatest advantages. If you have social anxiety, then it probably means that you have some deep sensitivity and emotional empathy. That is your superpower because you have the ability to sense the energy in the room and you're able to pick up the subtle emotional shifts. And that's some master, beautiful skills when you're connecting with people deeply. Believe it or not, if you're able to open yourself up a little bit, then you will figure out that you're a master communicator. And you'll probably have a lot of deep, valuable, fulfilling friendships and connections in your life. If you think you're being too quiet all the time, then it probably means that you are thoughtful and you have some amazing observation skills. People will naturally feel calm in your presence because your words carry weight. You don't talk too much, but whenever you talk, people stop and listen. That makes you so unique and mysterious at the same time. If you think you overthink too much, then you probably have a highly analytical and imaginative mind. If you channel it with intentions, then you're gonna be so good at offering some good insights and some strategic visions. If you think you're slow to open up and you don't take a lot of initiation to make friends or connect with people, and that probably means that you value something deeper. The surface level connections don't entertain you, and you're going for that depth, that intensity, that true fulfilling. And you're gonna manifest all those things to your life. If you're picky about who you're connecting to, then you're probably good at setting boundaries with people and you actually really valuing your own precious energy. If you think you don't take risks and you are scared about failure, it actually means that you carry some sacred responsibility. Your fear of failure exists because you care very deeply about love, about your life, about your creation. This is not because you're lazy, but because you really care from deep inside of you. You want things to be aligned with your highest potential. That's why you are trying so hard. You put so much energy into it. So you see, all the flaws that you think you have can transform into something constructive, something beautiful, something expansive. So stop to judge yourself and start to embrace your own uniqueness. Your soul didn't come here to be a copy of other people. Your soul come here to radiate your own light. And with you shining your own unique light, you can inspire other people like you to start shining their own light. And sometimes the deepest flaws are just parts of you that the world hasn't come to accept and understand yet. You're here to be your own leader and to open up a new venture for other people like you, to show the world that it's possible to live as your authentic self and also live up to your biggest potential. In this world that tries to tell us how to conform, how to stay polished, your uniqueness and your flaws are actually very much appreciated here. Thank you for watching. Please shine your light and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.